haven't already got the ship, then you're going to need to head over to New Deal at Hurston, Lawville, at Tisa Spaceport, and purchase the Drake Vulture. I then head over to her L5 High Course Station and then headed to the Platinum Bay shop. Once there, I bought the Atlas Quantum Drive and I also bought the Abrade Scraper modules. This is optional, but I went to Area 18. If you've never went to Area 18, fly above 4 kilometers as you will get impounded. Once you land, you're going to have to go to the Plaza District and come to this point. As you follow my directions, you're looking for the Dumpers Depot. I've included a full walkthrough of Area 18 as the first time I was looking for this, it took me ages. I kept getting lost. I went down the wrong stairs. So this way you can follow step by step of how to get there from the big ball in the plaza. Once at the Dumpers Depot, go to the terminal and buy a Trawler module, as this will scrape bigger areas, but it doesn't generate as much SCU for that area. The Abrade ones are better but slower. These are faster, but you get less for your panels. It's more designed for if you're doing the ship contracts. On my first run, I forgot my tractor beam. I'd done Merc missions on my last live stream and forgot to swap out the guns for a tractor beam. So make sure before you set off from the spaceport to get your tractor beam, because you will not be able to move the cargo and do this without one. So now the setup's all done with, I have included a timer down there through the video. So even from the editing and chopping out all the boring bits and skipping parts, you can see where exactly in that hour I was, so you can see like what exactly took an hour. I started by travelling to crew L1. You can go to any of the crews, it'll work. This was just the closest to me. Once there, you'll have to start scanning. You're looking for a multiple of 2000 in this number. If this is not showing up while you're scanning, you will need to press V to make it show up. Once you fly within about 1.5 kilometers, the panels will start to show up. When you go up to them, you're going to want to start scraping the panels from the face side. The closer you get, the faster the panels will scrape off. You're going to need to monitor how much is being deposited, because once it gets to 13 SCU, you will have to go down and empty the filler. Quick tip, if you go down the ladders backwards, you skip the animation. You're going to want to put it on auto eject after the first load. If you do 3 rows of 2, that's your first 13. And this is the second load that you can see. Once you get to this point, it gets a little bit tricky. You're going to want to drag this one down so you can fit the next one up on top of it. Once you've moved the one off the conveyor belt, from the door you can just about reach the panel to eject one last box. Moving boxes around is thirsty work, so do not forget to check your water levels, as you may need a drink. So before heading back, make sure you fill fill your storage back up to 13 so you're at max capacity, and this will make 37 skill boxes. I went back to Orison as it was the closest spaceport, but you can go to any of them. If you've never been to Orison before, this is the location you need to park. You then need to offload your ship onto the freight elevator in your hangar. Don't forget to empty the filler, as this has 13 more skew in it from filling up at the end of the run. I set this to auto eject so I could stand between the freight elevator and the ship, and it'd be a lot quicker process. So as you can see, within the hour we can fill up the Drake Vulture. You can repeat this process straight from this point from the hangar and fill up your warehouse and sell it all at once for as many hours, for as many loops as you would like. Once you are ready to sell, you need to go to the main part of Orison and go to the Stratus building. Here you will find a terminal for the commodity shop, and this is where you will sell it. As you can see, from this one run I made just short of 200,000 in 1 hour. So 5 hours you'll get 1 mil. Let me know in the comments whether you think this is worth it for beginners or not. Thanks for watching. Yeah boy. Let's go and unload this filler. Gone. Gone. Oh man. I forgot my tractor beam. No tractor beam? Done.
You alright?
When out on missions, remember kids, do not forget your tools. That is the one main thing you need to remember.